In this video, I'll be showing you how to install and configure the SickBeard Internet PVR downloader for an Ubuntu-based system. So briefly, what SickBeard does is it downloads TV programs from either Usenet or torrent and then indexes them. So in this video, I'll be focusing on the Usenet side and show you how to get it to interface with SAP NZBD. So I'll start with downloading the source file. Then we can go to download zip, and I'll put a link to this in the description below. I'll save that file. Now I'll install it on this virtual machine. I've already opened up an SSH port to it, so let's go and connect to that. Connect to server. I've already shown you how to set up SAB and a NAS in earlier tutorials, and there'll also be a link to those in the description. So let's go across to the home folder, Quid, and grab the downloads. Let's unzip that. I'm just going to rename it to SickBeard. Let's copy across that to the home folder on the NAS in this case, or that virtual machine. Hey, whatever you want to call it. Or if you're doing this for local machine, then yeah, just leave it where it is. Unzip it in the home folder on your local machine. So open up terminal and SSH into that system. Now navigate across that folder where SickBeard is. I'll press tab to auto complete. And I want to go into the auto process TV folder. Now I need to rename and edit the auto process TV cfg.sample file. So rename it, so MV auto process TV cfg.sample. Again, pressing tab to auto complete, makes it nice and easy. I'll rename it to auto process TV.cfg. Now edit the auto process CFG file in your preferred text editor. I'm just going for nano here because I need to make one quick little change. I'm going to change the port number in here to the port number that your SickBeard will be running on. Now I'm going to change it from its default of 8081 to 4001. That way I have SAB, SickBeard and Couch Potato running in ports 4000 through to 4002. Bit easier to remember. So Control X, press Y and save that. Now I want to download an init file so I can get SickBeard to auto run at startup. And I conveniently have one on my website, wget quidsup.net/sh/init-sickbeard.sh. Let's make a couple of changes first before I copy it over. We need to change username. So this is the user you want SickBeard to run at. Don't put root in there, that would be extremely dangerous. The application path, I've got it in my home folder, so I just got to put quids in there. And where you want the process ID file to go. Again, just put your home folder in there, and that is all you'll need to do. By all means, you can have a look through the rest of the file, but there's nothing else you need to change. So Control X, press Y, and enter. Now to move it across, sudo mv init-sickbeard.sh through to etc init.d. Change across to etc init.d folder. Rename init-sickbeard.sh to SickBeard. Oh, with sudo. Change permissions to 755 on the SickBeard file. And sudo update rc.d SickBeard. Defaults, I forgot a word there. And that's it. I'm going to do sudo service SickBeard start. Can put the terminal away now, don't need that. So let's open up the web browser, put in the IP address of the system, then :8081. I'll be changing that port number in a moment. Take the opportunity here to update SickBeard. Just click update now. But for keeping SickBeard up to date, that's all you've got to do is just hit the update now button when it appears. Let's go into the config, general. I don't want you to launch browser at startup. Check for updates, yeah, why not? HTTP port, I'm changing mine to 4001. Of course, you can use any different port number that you want. Save changes. I can go and restart SickBeard now, so restart. Yep. and it restarts to the new port. That is clever, I like that one. Some more configuration to do. So I've gone to general. No, we want the search settings. Search frequency. How long in between you want to hammer the Usenet search engine? 160 minutes isn't necessary. You can push it up to 180 minutes or 3 hours. Usenet retention, you get this from your Usenet server details, but mine is 900 days. Search NZBs using SAB. The URL of SAB on my system. Localhost :4000. No username or password. For the API key, go back across to SAB, into config, general. I'll take the full API key, but you can take this or the NZB key. So take a copy of that and paste it in there. Category is TV. So click test SAB NZBD and save the changes. Or if it says successful, connected and authenticated. Back across to SAB, and we need to make a couple of changes here. First one is the folders. Post-processing script folder. Go across to where SickBeard is installed. So that is under Home, Quids, SickBeard. And you want to point it to the Auto Process TV folder. And OK. Save changes. Then the categories. Add a new category called TV. Script is the sab to sickbeard.py. Put in the folder where you want the TV programs downloaded to. So that'll be on my system. So on my system that'll be /home/quids/videos/TV. Go across the right hand side and then click add. Back across to SickBeard and we'll finish off the rest of the changes. So the search providers. For the Usenet search engine, you'll need one that supports RSS feeds and offers you an API key. Unfortunately, I can't really recommend one here. The one I use is nzb.su, but they're not accepting new members anymore. Now onto the post-processing. So untick keep original files. That's okay, we don't need anything else there. This is the naming pattern I use. So it puts it into season folder, gives it a show name, season number, an episode number, and then episode name. Now that works nicely with XBMC. You can just leave everything else as is. So save that. And for metadata, no, I don't need anything there. Notifications, again, I don't need to set up anything here. And that is it. I know that was quite long-winded, but once you've got it there, it's a very nice, powerful program. So I can do an add a new show. And we could add South Park. Let's try that. Type it in, press search. We'll add South Park, pick the parent folder, Home, Quids, Videos, TV. Set that as default. Just in this case, I'm going to set the initial status as ignored. And I'm going to download HD. I could go for a custom method and take anything from there. Let's just go 1080. Add the show. Wait a little while and then refresh. So to test it out, click on that little magnifying glass for manual search. So it snatched the full quality, which might take a couple of minutes to download. Go across to SAB NZBD. Well, coming up to the end now, we'll soon find out if the post-processing script for SickBeard has worked. Indeed it has. First time round. Oh yes. If it fails, you have to go and view the script log and find out what's gone wrong. One of the likely ones is you haven't renamed the autoprocess tv.cfg.sample file, or you've put the wrong port. That's one of the two common errors there. Otherwise, you're in for a world of pain. So that's how to install and configure SickBeard in Ubuntu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.